There's the Amish, and then there's the Schwarzentrooper Amish, the most extreme subgroup of them all. What I'm about to do is unheard of because outsiders are strictly forbidden. Schwarzentroopers follow much harsher rules than other Amish. They are known for driving horses and buggies instead of cars, using lanterns instead of electricity, and taking only one bath per week. So how am I getting access? My friend Lizzie left the community when she was only 19 and hasn't been back in some time. She's agreed to take me to her childhood home in Holmes County, Ohio, which looks like a time warp back to the 18th century. My goal is to show you the secret life of America's most conservative community and find out what's really going on behind closed doors.
Hey, ma'am!
We are driving through a small town called Maslin. I'm on the lookout for my first horse and buggy. First one to find it wins. The Amish follow a branch of Christianity called Anabaptism, which focuses on adult baptism and non-violence. They worship God and follow the teachings of Jesus Christ as written in the Bible. Services happen in homes, barns, or churches involving communal prayer, singing, and reading scriptures. The Amish movement started in the late 17th century when Swiss leader Jacob Amann emphasized traditional practices, leading to a split from mainstream Mennonite groups. Schwarzentroopers make up a tiny slice of America's 300,000 Amish. They are a subset of the Old Order who broke away around 100 years ago. To anyone living in central Ohio, it's easy to spot a New Order person versus a Schwarzentrooper person. But how can you tell the difference? For starters, there are specific rules that must be followed by all Amish people. They all agree to live separately from the world, pursue a limited education, dress in modest clothes, and refuse war. But other decisions about technology, travel limitations, and livelihoods depend on individual groups. For example, some Amish shop at Walmart and own smartphones. Schwarzentroopers, on the other hand, are the most isolated from society. They strictly maintain the early teachings and are quicker to excommunicate rebels like Lizzie. They do not advertise businesses online, and they have the lowest standards of living, including no electricity or plumbing. Schwarzentroopers marry Schwarzentroopers. Teenagers are allowed to court their potential future spouses, which includes hugging in a bed while fully clothed. For now, I'm on the lookout to see if anyone will speak to me. This is how you know we've entered Amish country. The horse and buggy sign. Hello, how are you? I like your horses. Where I come from in Arizona, we don't have horses like that.
Okay. Bisschen Blauerhead.
He was kind of confused when you started talking to him.
That's why I did it. I want to see his face.
That was so cool. Wow. You may have noticed that Lizzie was not speaking English. That's because she grew up trilingual, Pennsylvanian Dutch as her first, English as her second, and German as her third to read the Bible. Things are about to get more intense as we approach Lizzie's farm. Entering a Schwarzentrooper's home is not even rare, it's unprecedented, and we're about to find out what makes them so different. We just pulled up to Lizzie's childhood house. For everyone watching this video right now, out of respect, and Lizzie also told me not to film like her mom specifically and faces of people, so it's gonna be tricky to film in the house, but we can walk around here and maybe you can just explain some things. Is that okay?
Yep.
Lizzie has flowers for her mom. That's so sweet of you. Everyone should give flowers to their mom.
Exactly. To
be honest, I am shaking as we pull up to Lizzie's childhood home. When she left at 19, the church shunned her, which means they cut her off entirely. She hasn't talked to some of her siblings in 10 years, and she still hasn't seen her mom in quite some time.
Hey, ma'am. What is doing, do? This is my friend Drew.
Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Drew.
You're
gonna put him in there?
Yeah.
That's so cute.
Really good?
It brightens up the house.
Oh, yeah. Hab net decimal.
Growing up, Lizzie had 18 siblings. Sadly, when she was only 13, her father's life was taken by a drunk driver who slammed into his horse and buggy. That left her precious mother to raise all 19 kids by herself. When Lizzie was 19, she had been exchanging letters with her boyfriend who belonged to another Amish community in New York State. They fell in love at her sister's wedding. One day, he delivered a letter in her mailbox that said he had escaped, and he would pick her up at 10 p.m. if she wanted to run away together. Lizzie had only a few hours to make a decision, and with $20 in her pocket, an 8th grade education, no job, and no social security number, she said yes.
So then I climb out onto the roof. My boyfriend is up on the hill flashing his flashlight. I eventually climb all the way out to the edge and I'm like crouched down. So finally I took a deep breath and I jumped.
And when you got in the car, what'd you do?
We all just like screamed.
Of happiness?
Of happiness.
I'm walking around her mom's house. It's so interesting. It's like everything's made of wood. There's no electricity, there's no lights, there's no power outlets. It feels like life in the 1930s.
This is the washroom. This is keeping something cold.
Oh, that's like a fridge.
Mm-hmm. This is a kerosene. They use this in the summer instead of the winter, so that they don't have to heat up the big stove. You put these pots on here, whatever you want to cook.
I mean,
It's just a burner.
It makes sense of how you
Yeah.
cook.
And then they have portable ovens. So in the summer, if they want to bake bread or pies or whatever,
cool.
they literally put them on here. This is the kettle to heat water, to do laundry. This is fancier than what I grew up with. And then this is the washer. There's a belt underneath.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Takes
Yeah.
up right there, and they probably have a motor on the outside. It's hooked up, and then they run the motor. You ring it through here, put it in the rinsing tub, rinse it in there, and then you wring it out again, and then you hang it out on the clothesline to
It
dry.
sounds like a very complicated process.
It's pretty easy when you're used to it. This right here is the tub they used to take bath.
You don't take showers here?
There's no showers. Every Saturday night.
Only once a week?
Get water, heat up the water, put hot water in here, put cold water in there, take a bath.
Why only once a week?
Think about the process.
Every Saturday, you and your 18 siblings would take a bath here, like one after another after another.
Yeah, all the younger ones would use like the same, water or whatever,
So it got
take
dirty.
a bath, whatever. But then all the older kids would have their own water. Like we wouldn't share water.
We're about to check out the bathroom situation here. Okay.
It's not a bathroom.
Oh,
It's an outhouse.
Bathroom.
There's no bathroom because you can't take a bath in it.
okay. Let's see the bathroom. Sorry. Let's see the outhouse.
The outhouse.
I've seen much worse.
This is actually pretty fancy. When I was growing up, we had to use newspaper. We didn't have toilet paper.
So they have toilet paper now.
They have toilet paper now, as you can see.
You use like actual newspaper.
We had to cut up newspaper and use the newspaper. We did not have to.
Isn't that like rough on your skin?
Of course.
But I imagine with 19 kids, it did not smell very good in here.
No. This is actually not bad compared to what I have smelled.
But there's no light in here, so what if it's 2 in the morning and you need to use the bathroom?
Flashlight. Here's the thing that I think that the modern world can learn from the Amish is that we're very self-sufficient and very creative and sustainable.
I love that.
Like,
We're losing touch of all of those
yes,
things.
like look how sustainable this
Yeah.
is. Like, they're not relying on any electricity. They're not relying on anything necessarily modern. If electricity goes out, they're not doomed.
Nothing's imported.
No.
Everything's like consumed here.
Yep. They can be their own. And that's what modern society has lost its touch.
That is one
in
of the coolest lessons, I think, from this video. They are living peacefully and they're not harming the environment.
In all reality, they're helping the environment. It's really dark in
What is
here.
this? Basement?
This is the cellar basement.
Whoa. It's cold down here.
It's cold down here, so you come down here to cool. Now this is the real deal right here. Look at this.
Whoa.
This is all the camp meat. That's
Wow.
sealed. This is probably ground beef. This is chicken.
And it's cold. Like you feel it? It's really cold.
It's really cold, yeah. So people get really scared about like you can't can and preserve meat like that and keep it. They've been doing it for hundreds of years. Wait, cool down.
That's what we have to sell it for.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You like coffee?
I like coffee.
You want to try the hat on?
Is it disrespectful? Can I try it on?
Oh, yeah, you can.
Is this yours?
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh.
See it? Even with the red, I just gotta shave my mustache and then
Yeah.
How old are you?
I'm 36.
You're 36? I thought you were gonna say 25.
Yeah.
Have you ever left Ohio?
Yeah, I left. I was all the way out in Colorado. I went with my brother Malin out to Colorado. We came off the train.
What is it like to kind of see other states for you or different?
Oh, I like to see it. I mean, it was nice in Colorado. Like,
Yeah.
just to see it. I mean, I don't really. For me, I wouldn't really be interested in moving out there, but
What do you enjoy most about the Amish lifestyle?
the way I was raised, I guess. Anytime really like, I mean, the big cities and people.
Does it stress you out?
I like more to just be myself, I guess.
And you never once had a desire to use the internet or anything?
No, I never did.
Oh. Now we are heading upstairs to Lizzie's bedroom, where she hasn't stepped foot in years.
It smells the same.
How does it feel to be in here?
I honestly have no words. Like it's just all the things are flooding back.
So you've gone through so many changes, whereas they haven't. So that must be even crazier for you.
I chose to leave.
Yeah.
They didn't.
Yeah. The choice.
So that was my choice. I now understand and know two sides. The modern world and the non-modern world. They know one side. They have a right to their feelings and their thoughts and how they feel about it, and so do I.
Yeah.
But we're friends. Like we're not.
As your mom said, we're friends. We're friends.
Yeah, we're friends. I had many dreams in this room about leaving. And I remember literally I was standing at this window putting my dress and outfit on for church. And I had gotten in trouble for putting a pin on the wrong way. I'm staring out the window and I said to myself, if I'm going to go to hell for putting a pin on wrong in my dress, I'm going to go to hell driving a car.
Wow. This is the window you were looking.
This is the window. I was meant to be here for the time that I was, but I was never meant to be here for the rest of my life. I also believe that some people in the community have a bigger calling and maybe they were meant to leave, but it's the strength of the community and the culture and the relationships of the family and the church that keeps them here, number one. Number two is the fear of the church.
Were you able to be open and share these feelings with your siblings, or you were just like internally?
I had to internalize it. I left a note that I was leaving, and sometimes when I look back at like what that note says, I literally go, how did I even know to write that? Because I said, this has nothing to do with anybody else here. This is me, but I have to go.
Have you talked to your mom about that note ever? But she got it for sure.
Oh yeah.
Is this what you imagined the outside world would be?
No. All I know is when I left, I 1000% knew it was where I was supposed to go, but I had no idea what my life was going to look like or what it was going to lead to because I knew so little of the world. Like if I'm standing here and I just like look at the barn, I look at the railroad tracks, I remember I look at like where my life is now, and it's just, there was a time in my life where I didn't respect this, and I have so much respect for this now. Without this, I wouldn't be who I am today. I have this.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to expect going through all of the memories. I mean, it's extremely nostalgic. Like every time I come back here, I feel things that I haven't felt in a while. So it reminds me of where I came from and why I am who I am today. I'm so happy that we did this because it was an absolutely phenomenal experience.
And your mom is a rock star, and I hope that people can feel that in the scene in your house.
Yeah.
Well, the rainstorm has approached, and I just dropped Lizzie off at her sister's house. And I gotta say, that was one of the most interesting experiences I've ever had in America. I just think it's so cool that the USA is so big and there's so many different countries and cultures and religions and beliefs. And the Amish is just one of them. They're friendly people, they're harmless people, and that's kind of why I wanted to come learn about this culture, because I wanted to share with you the real story of Amish, especially hearing it from Lizzie's point of view, someone who grew up there and has left. It's been very, very special. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a thing or two about one of America's most interesting communities, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.